the British gals have been eating again. They're probably getting ready for dinner. No one's in there.
Good evening, Mademoiselle Nakimura. Jean told me you are staying in room 25 with Monsieur Knight.
I bet he did.
I am Simone, Mademoiselle. I hope you will enjoy your visit.
Thanks. Have you seen anything, I don't know, curious around town lately?
Ah, oui, Mademoiselle.
What?
Someone has bought a chicken. It is making my mother crazy, this chicken. It comes to the garden, it eats her seeds. I do not know who is the owner of this chicken, but I know my mother. This chicken will be in the soup pot one night.
Oh, well, it happens to the best of us. Do you know anything about the treasure, Simone?
Well, I have seen many treasure seekers come and go, Mademoiselle, but I have never thought much of the idea myself. But there is a museum if...
Yeah, I know. Thanks anyway.
What do you care anyway? You said you weren't interested.
I'm not. That doesn't mean I care to watch you belly up to the trough. Besides, you're just setting yourself up for a fall. Gracie doesn't like you that way.
Oh? And what kind of guy would she like?
I don't know. Younger, maybe? Good looking? A nice guy? She deserves a nice guy.
Which explains her alleged attraction to you.
Oh, that's purely chemical. Poor kid. See, I've got this pheromone thing going on.
Yeah, I tried not bathing myself once, but my coworkers got a little upset about it.
Oh, ha, ha, ha. You never could stand my success with women.
No, it was how you screwed with women that I couldn't stand.
Ah, back off, Lancelot.
Yeah, I guess we better talk about something else before I get worked up.
Hello, boys.
Oh, Madeline.
Hey.
Oh, you are already dining. How disappointing. I was hoping to spend some time with you, and especially with you, Gabriel.
Well, we can make room.
But I must change. The night is just beginning. Will I see you when I come down?
Wouldn't miss it.
Sure.
Then I will be extra quick. À bientôt.
Man, is she hot for you. Whew. Where'd that come from?
Pheromones.
Christ. You gonna go for it?
Why not? Sex worked for Bond.
But Grace is in your room.
Yeah, what did I tell you? Having her around is like wearing a freaking chastity belt. But Madeline doesn't have a roommate.
Well, go for it, I guess. Hey, Grace.
Hi.
Hi.
You going to eat?
No, thank you. Good evening, Signore Bukeli.
And to you, Miss Nakimura.
Have you quite recovered from this afternoon?
See, with a little help from the vine.
How are you feeling, Mr. Baza?
Oh, much better, thank you.
It was quite a shock, wasn't it?
What was?
The two dead men?
The two... Oh, of course. Yes, it really was a shock. Are you quite all right, Miss Nakamura?
You know, you're the first person who's asked me that.
Sometimes it is easier for a stranger to be polite than a friend. But don't let me keep you. I'm sure you have better things to do.
Oh, they close at 5. I better hurry. There's something taped to the door. Oh my God! It's a copy of Le Serpent Rouge. There is a fingerprint on it. I lay down the path of Ra and was illuminated. What's the path of Ra? Maybe I should try a search and see what Sydney has to say about Ra. In my arduous search, I was trying to hack away with my sword through the dense vegetation of the woods like some pawn of destiny. I wanted to reach the place of the sleeping beauty, in which some poets can see the queen of a lost kingdom. Desperate to find the way, I laid down the path of Ra and was illuminated. I laid down the path of Ra and was illuminated. This riddle is fascinating. You can almost see what it's hinting at. I really want to solve it. I was further aided by the parchments of my friend. They murmur of the lady. Long ago her name was Isis, queen of the benevolent springs. Come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Others knew her as Magdalene with the celebrated vows of healing balm. The initiated knew her to be the Lady of the Lake and Notre Dame de Cross. The circle is the ring, and the crown forms the diadem of the queen of the castle. I was further aided by the parchments of my friend. I wonder if they're referring to the parchments, the one Saunier found. The Queen's Guard is the Quaternity, they who stand watch over the Guardian. I look to the north and the west, then the south and the east, and everywhere I see them, their shining swords held out to meet each other. Saint Michael and his brothers with their feet rooted in the earth, they surround the Ias that none may harm her, and stand pressed against her in a way that Pythagoras would have approved. In the sanctuary is the font, fountain of love of those who believe, reminding us of these words, "By this sign you will conquer." I understand this now. The four are the stuff of the alchemist's laboratory, and their cant reflects the light in harmony with their queen. And yet the angels hold tight the secret of the angle that is the key to the kingdom. My friend knows the secret, but wisely he hides the fruit among the chaff, that the treasure not be lost to the infidels. The mosaic tiles of the sacred place alternate black or white, and Jesus, like Asmodeus, observes their alignment. I can find 64 stones of the perfect cube, which the knights of the beauty of the black wood had scattered when they fled from the white fort, while they were being pursued by the usurpers. Reassemble the scattered stones and, working with square and compass, put them into ranks. The knightly order of the perfect cube fits within, and gives structure to Our Lady's protector, the Heavenly Quartet. The mosaic tiles of the sacred place alternate black or white, and Jesus. The mosaic tiles of the I visit the tomb of the celebrated painter Poussin and, like the shepherds, puzzle at the enigma of the tomb. My brain pounds, the light burns my eyes. It is all too mixed up to tell. Teniers, too, has dipped his brush in the earth, and his at the innermost places of the Queen. Here is the sign that Teniers has given in his innocent recluse. Surely there is a path between the two. 16 form the center, and the center forms 16. I pray to St. Paul for direction, and he answers with a simple gesture. Here is the reconstruction to which so many noble minds were dedicated. I look to the Book of the Hermit for reassurance. The numbers they give me confirm the truth. What strange mystery is concealed in the new Temple of Solomon, built by the children of St. Vincent? And still, my task has not ended. Still, a bit of curtain blocks the light. Something must complete the message. Something which will give us entry into the abyss. Truth and falsehood battle in my head until I hear their message. It is the number of our patron sky traveler and that of a famous seal. The soul of the matter is evident to me now. At the intersection of the many, I lay down one rigid arm, and the others scatter around the crown like jewels. At last, the Queen is adorned for her coronation. 3 is the Trinity, and the separation of the spheres. The 3 which are the 4 are the divisions of the temple. I began my journey in the shadows and completed it in the light. I had marked the site at last, there in the center of the most sacred space. At the summit of the mountain, the place stood out in the brilliance of the midday sun. It was guarded by the 3 knights' towers, the rooks, on the circuit of the divine horsemen of the abyss. At the window of the ruined house, I looked across the trees denuded by autumn. Close to me, a presence, its feet in the water, like one who has just received the mark of baptism. I recalled the inscription, Et in Arcadia ego, blank, blank, blank. Through some selfish inspiration, I found the missing 3. The dust settled, and I saw at last. Curses, I know the truth. He is there, dead. The broken bread lies forgotten beneath the altar. But the worst is yet to come. How many have pillaged the house, using the most sacred for purposes most foul? I turn north. Facing me, I see unwinding endless by its coils, the enormous red serpent mentioned in the documents, rigid and bitter. The huge unleashed beast at the foot of the white mountain becomes scarlet with greed and drunk with stolen and profaned communion. Deliver me out of the mire. I am aware of the scent of the perfume which impregnates the sepulchre of the one I must release, cursing the profane in their ashes, and those who follow their ways, returning from the darkness while making the gesture of horror at the abyss into which I had plunged. Here is the proof that I knew the secret seal of Solomon, and I had visited the secret places of the Queen, who watches over the king. Take heed, my friend. Do not add or take away one iota. Think and think again. The base lead of my words may contain the purest gold. Let he who has the understanding use it with wisdom. That's the last page. Pamphlets about the church. It's a pamphlet from St. Mary Magdalene's. It's a pamphlet from St. Mary Magdalene's. All this stuff is interesting, but I'm not sure how to use it. It's a pamphlet from St. Mary Magdalene's. All this stuff is interesting, but I'm not sure how to use it. Hello? Abbe Arnaud?
Come in.
Miss Nakamura, good evening.
Hi, I was looking around town tonight. It's a beautiful church.
Thank you. Please sit down.
Abbe Arnaud. He must be interested in the mystery, or why would he be in a little town like this? I was reading about the Magdalene statue in the church pamphlet.
Interesting, isn't it? All 4 of the Magdalene statues still exist.
So, were they related to the local Magdalene cult?
It is possible, but Magdalene has not been represented with a skull anywhere else in the Languedoc. Besides, Saunier placed that statue so prominently, some believe that everything he did in the church relates to the treasure somehow.
The church pamphlet talks about a sunrise line on July 22nd. Does that really happen?
Oh yes, if you stand at the church and look east, the sun rises directly over Chateau de Blanchefort.
Was that intentional, do you think?
Mademoiselle, but of course.
But that would mean someone had to choose the location of Blanchefort quite deliberately. It is younger than the church, isn't it?
But you see, Blanchefort and the church were built on far older ruins. Have you considered the church site, too, may have been positioned deliberately? It would not be the first time the ancients played with light and astronomy. Look at Stonehenge or the Great Pyramids.
Do you think there's a buried treasure around here?
I know there is, my child.
I wonder who that is. Is he a friend of yours?
Oh yes, I have the privilege to know him. He is Francois, the present Duke of Lorraine. Do you know the family?
I've heard of it.
Well, naturally.
The Abbé really has a thing for this Lorraine family, and they're supposedly of Merovingian descent, just like the Stuarts. Coincidence? I don't think so. Ah, a chessboard. The Abbé must play. A chessboard. Now what does that remind me of? Ah, of course! The church floor. Black and white tiles. better get going. Thanks, Abbe Arnaud.
It's a pleasure to be of service, mademoiselle.
The pamphlet points out the roses and the bag of gold. I wonder if the roses could be a reference to Rosicrucian beliefs and the gold to the treasure. Okay, probably not. Jesus being baptized. I don't recognize this one. Is it just me, or do all these faces look alike? I think these 4 angels are mentioned in the Serpent Rouge. Those angels' gestures might not be what they appear. Let me see if I can figure it out. I think these 4 angels are mentioned in the Serpent Rouge. It's a tilted square. I got some Deutschmarks converted to francs at the airport. Not much to spend it on around here, though. No, there's no point in scanning the Serpent Rouge. I'll have to interpret the verses myself. Sydney isn't that smart. Emilia wrote that in the dirt at Poussin's tomb.
working?
Oh, shoot. Whoever's print that is, we don't have them in the database yet. I guess I'll try again later when we've got more prints. Very cool. Wow. There's a hidden message in the text. Shepherdess no temptation that Poussin Teniers hold the key. Peace 681, by the cross and this horse of God, I complete this demon guardian at midday. Or to the meridian, blue apples. I think I'll write that cipher down. Scion. These parchments must be linked to the priory somehow. Incredible! It's Magdalene's crown. I'll write those coordinates down. It looks like they're at l'Hermitage.
I'm ready. Does anyone want to go out? We could drive to the bar at Rennes-le-Bain.
Sure.
What about Grace?
Oh, she's busy with her research. She'll be in the room for... Oh, hey, Grace. Want to go to Rennes-les-Bains with us?
No, thank you.
See, told ya.
Maybe I'll hang out too.
We need you, right, Madeline?
Of course. Do come with us, please.
All right. Grace, see ya.
Don't work too hard. Get some dinner.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you bet. Jerk.
Buonanotte, signori Vaza.
Good evening.
Would you care for some wine?
No, thank you. I may have some water in a bit.
How are you feeling, Lady Howard? Better, I hope.
Oh, don't remind me. Such horrors! One takes a vacation for ease, for comfort. What does one find? Horrors!
Don't think about it, Lily.
I'm sorry. How's dinner? The tomato sauce smells divine.
Oh, I do believe I'll be ill.
Lily, please. Have some water, there's a good girl. Thank you for stopping by, Miss Nakamura.
Sure. Sorry. Bye. I don't have anything brilliant to say to them at the moment. At least Bukele has Emilio to keep him company. A tilted square represents the light along with the circle. That must be the part about the cat reflects the light in harmony with their queen. So we're looking for a tilted square. We're supposed to square the circle on the map. But how? I'm sure that square is the right size, but I'm not sure what angle it's at in relation to the meridian. Maybe Taurus can help. Taurus says, my friend hides the fruit among the chaff. If the blue apple's bit is the fruit, perhaps the piece 681 by the cross and this horse of God part is the chaff. In other words, a red herring. So I complete this spirit guardian, okay, that must be the square, at midday or to the meridian, blue apples. Blue apples. That's what the old lady at Chateau de Serres said to me. She meant grapes. Could blue apples be referring to vineyards? Serres itself? To the meridian blue apples. In other words, to the meridian from the vineyard. Yes, that must be it.
I'm simply not up for another boring night in our room. I realize this is not the Riviera, but surely something can be done.
A little quiet would be good for you after today's excitement. And we can go over the...
No, not that. My brain hurts already. I say there, Signore Buchelli. Are you up for bridge?
Con molto piacere. It would be a pleasure.
Now what about a fourth? You there, miss... Oh, bother.
It's Grace.
Of course it is. Won't you join us for bridge, Grace?
Oh, no, thank you. Why don't you ask...
What about Mr. Wilkes? Where is Mr. Wilkes?
I was just wondering that myself, Signora. I haven't seen him since he left the hotel this afternoon.
What a bother. How unsociable people are these days. No manners whatsoever. I say, Mr. Barzer, would you join us?
I would be happy to oblige.
That's Emilio's glass. I guess he doesn't care for wine. Not a single print. Now, isn't that odd? It's a pamphlet from St. Mary Magdalene's. Knights, pawns, queens, rooks. They're all mentioned in the Serpent Rouge. The 64 stones must be a chessboard. That's it. That's the chessboard. Way to go, kid.
Hey, Gailey. You seen Madeline?
Of course. She's under my bed.
Huh? Ah, you're being smart, are you? Well, I just thought she might be with that fella of yours. This is his room too, ain't it?
Yes.
Say, since Madeline's not around, you want to have dinner with me?
No.
Oh, come on. I got some celebrating to do. Hey, I'm gonna be a rich man after what I found today. You play your cards right, you might learn something.
All right. I'll change and meet you downstairs.
Really? Good, I'll,
Quit it! Knock it off! Is this it?
Just like I said, right?
You said you'd explain it to me. I just don't understand all these technical things.
Shouldn't have got me so damn drunk then.
Oh, come on. I'm dying to hear your theory. Now, you said this was taken by satellite?
Damn right.
Seismologists.
Them. Right. They use radar to take satellite pictures all the time. Shows them underground faults and whatnot. No one ever thought to take one here, though, right? So when I sees one of these maps, I says to myself, John, I says, that's the ticket. And I was right, too,
Oh, so the radar bounces off the Earth and the echo is recorded.
What?
I mean, I guess.
Right. So I pays to get one of these pictures done. And baby, I hit the jackpot.
What's this dark area here?
A big old hollow. What you think? Caves, right? was all connected. A huge mother.
So you think this is where the treasure is?
Nah, baby. The treasure's right here.
Oh, chica!
Hi. I just got back and I was trying to, what are you doing with Wilkes, Grace?
None of your business. And, don't wait up. I'm sure Mosley's back too, and we do have that catching up to do.
I don't want to wake her up. Into the driveway, but that's probably not the best idea. I don't have my hiking boots on. I should lay low and see what Larry's up to. themselves on those rocks. Now, what do you suppose he put in there? I'll go get the shovel off the bike. I hope it's not a dead gerbil or something. Most Holy and Sacred Bloodline by Larry Sinclair. Well. Aha! Good old plastic report covers. This must be the book Larry's working on. He lied about the topic and his name. I'd rather give it to my speed reading partner. Someone could really hurt themselves on those rocks. I better grab the shovel. Sedan, but I missed it. Weird. Mosley's up late. Hey, Mose.
Oh, God damn it, Knight.
Digging for truffles?
Okay, see, earlier. Okay, so I have a little theory.
Same one as Madeline, apparently.
Yeah, well, we're both wrong. There's nothing here.
And where'd this theory come from, anyway?
What, I can't think of my own damn theory?
I was in your logic class, remember?
Oh, like you passed.
I didn't hear Grace come in last night. Up late?
None of your damn beeswax.
Did you do something stupid?
Ha, real stupid. We spent 3 hours talking about you. She knows exactly how you feel about her, in case you didn't know.
What do you mean she knows how I feel about her? I feel great about her.
Yeah, right.
What are you talking about? I treat Gracie like a...
Oh, forget it. I'm dead on my feet. I'll see you.
Like a queen. I treat her like a queen, you moron. Ah, hell. Time for bed. Again.
can't believe what happened last night. Well, it was a long time coming. Oh, God. I really don't want to do that. It's the keys to the Harley. Yep, you bet. Look at all these genealogy charts. It's about the bloodline. I wonder where he found it. I'm tempted to sit down with it, but I've got other things I want to do this morning. I'll read it later. This bloodline concept keeps cropping up. I wonder if Sydney knows anything about it. Yeah, Mose gave me his key last night, in case I changed my mind. Man, is he out or what? This place is disgusting. Oh, there's nothing under here except, underwear. This place is disgusting. Mosley's suitcase. Nada. I think I'm relieved. Empty. Not surprising. He couldn't be expected to actually, open the door every time he wanted to get something. I guess I have to, don't I? Aha! And why would I want to do that, exactly? I really don't need to see Mosley's bathroom. There's that gold blazer he always used to wear. I'd almost succeeded in forgetting that thing. Good morning, Lady Howard. Estelle?
My, aren't we perky today?
Did you enjoy your bridge game last night?
Yes, it was quite nice.
Marvellous. Certainly better than mooning about, or dining with that abominable Wilkes, for that matter. Is that why we're so chipper this morning?
Oh, no. You know what they say. A good night's rest can work wonders.
Wait till you hit 40, darling.
I've been working on the location of the treasure. Do you have any insight?
Oui, mademoiselle. Get a life.
Okay, thanks. Postcards. Yeah, they've got some nice postcards of the town and valley. Oh, it's David Tegnère's The Temptation of St. Anthony. There are 2 Tegnère postcards. That makes sense, since no one knows which St. Anthony Saunière was interested in. Maybe I should take them both. That's a postcard of Tegnère's St. Anthony and St. Paul. It's a postcard of Poussin's painting Le Berger d'Arcadie. I should see if Sydney can do anything with it. Excuse me.
Yes?
Do you know anything about an envelope taped to your door last night?
Pardon, an envelope? What kind of an envelope?
A large manila envelope.
I did not notice such a thing when I left last night. Perhaps mademoiselle is thinking of a different door?
Oh, yeah, that must be it. Thanks. Hi there, Abbe Arnaud.
Mr. Kimura, good morning.
How's the view today?
Fine. I saw 2 hawks this morning.
You haven't seen any more dead bodies, have you?
No. No, of course not.
Oh. I suppose that's a good thing.
Yes. Excuse me.
I don't have anything to say to him right now. That's Lady Howard and Estelle's bike. That moped has 2 sets of binoculars. They hardly need 2 pairs of binoculars. I'm sure they wouldn't mind. I think that's Larry Chester. He lives in the house down below. I must say, these lookout points are certainly well used around here. I wonder if he's trying to find the treasure too. Gabriel's already talked to him several times. I'd better just stay out of it. The exact center of the circle is right around here somewhere. L'Ermitage, place of the hermit. St. Anthony was a hermit. Where did the bloodline of the pharaohs go? Look to he who is legendary for his wisdom to find the answer. How bizarre. I mean, who would leave such a thing? And why? Gabriel was telling me about this device he saw Mosley using a few days ago. Oh, I hope this is it. And I hope it does what I think it does. Maybe I can pinpoint locations out in the valley with this, using coordinates from Sydney. I wrote these coordinates down from the map in Sydney. I should be able to locate any point on this map out in the valley by using these numbers and the coordinate fixing device I got from Mosley. This device might help me locate the exact center of the circle. I'm pretty sure that's the exact center of the circle. I should go get the shovel. It doesn't look too promising, but I guess I have to try. This is ridiculous. I can't dig that far on my own. Besides, I doubt the treasure is going to be that easy to find. I still have the rest of Les Serpents Rouges to decipher. It's a cave. It's a cave. St. Anthony and St. Paul by David Tenier. I bought it at the museum. It's Poussin's Les Bergères d'Arcadie. I should see if Sydney can do anything with it. The rock formation. It's just like the one in the 10 Years painting. 10 Years was painting the center of the circle. In the Tenier painting, St. Paul is pointing northeast, towards Mount Cardew. This riddle is fascinating. You can almost see what it's hinting at. I picked up both of 10 Years postcards. Maybe Sydney can help me figure out which one is relevant. Solomon's first wife was a pharaoh's daughter. Of course, the pharaoh's bloodline went into the house of David. I hope the link comes up soon. I bought it at the museum. It's Poussin's Les Bergères d'Arcadie. Oh, it's David Tenniere's The Temptation of St. Anthony. It found something. This must be the one Saunière copied from the Louvre. It's the instructions for the building of the Temple of Solomon. That's the map geometry, all right. The tilted square and the meridian. I already have those on the map, so this painting is related to the mystery. Maybe the artist put more clues in here. Wow, look at that. It hits the meridian at exactly the same spot as the sunrise line. Signore Bukele, good morning.
Buongiorno.
Are you enjoying the tour so far?
It is what I expected.
Really? Well, you have quite an imagination then, seeing as how we found 2 dead bodies yesterday.
Those who live by the sword die by the sword. Conspiracy and subterfuge, they carry a penalty. But a young lady such as yourself need not be troubled by such things.
What makes you think those 2 were involved in conspiracy and subterfuge?
They were in Rennes-le-Château and they were murdered. It does not take a genius to make such a leap of intuition.
I don't know what to make of Bukele, and I certainly don't know what to say to him.
Hey, Grace, you want to join me?
No, I'm not really hungry.
Coffee? Have a seat.
That's okay. I'm kind of, getting some stuff done this morning.
Are you okay?
Sure.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You, still got my key?
You want it back? 'Cause
No, go ahead and keep it, in case you want to get away somewhere private, since you're sharing a room and all.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's nice. Madeline in a ditch. Couldn't have visualized it better myself. Having fun?
It's you.
That's what it says on my birth certificate.
Have you seen that podgy friend of yours lately?
Mosley?
Oui, Monsieur Mosley. He's been a naughty boy.
I've seen him.
Did he happen to look pleased about something?
You mean, did he dig up the treasure last night? I doubt it.
Putain-de-merde.
Excuse me, what was that?
Nothing. Why don't you run along? And if you see your friend, tell him I want to speak with him.
Sure. I'll get right on that. Hey, Mose.
Oh, hi. Ready for some breakfast?
No, thanks. Oh, I have a message for you from Madeline. She'd really like to talk to you.
Oh, shit.
I wonder if the children of St. Vincent would be heretics. That could mean either the Cathars or the Templars. It matches the shadow on Wilkes' seismic map. I laid down one rigid arm and the rest scatter around the crown like jewels. Yes, that's it. I'll write down the coordinates for the northeast and southwest arms. Those two lie within the temple walls. So, you're up.
Yeah, kinda inevitable. So, did you have breakfast?
No, but I think I'll go down. I mean, while you shower and all that. I'll just get out of your hair.
Hello?
So.
Hello? Did somebody die?
Hey, Mose.
Yeah, hi. What's up?
Does anyone else hear Twilight Zone music, or is it just me? What's this?
Oh, yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. Where'd you find it?
Our friend Larry Chester buried it last night. Or should I say, Larry Sinclair.
Sinclair, huh? Son of a bitch.
It's about the Stewart bloodline.
Did you read it then?
I just skimmed it. I've been working on the treasure map.
Well, would you mind reading it? I've got to figure out why Sinclair lied and why he felt compelled to play Jolly Roger last night.
Say, I'll read it, if you're busy with the map, that is.
Grace will do it. Why the hell are you so interested anyway?
Just trying to be helpful. Jeez, fine. I'll just go.
Wait. Grace, I'll grab a shower later, so, the room's all yours.
God, get a grip, Knight. Christ, you retard. This better not be about what I think it's about. Oh, shit. I'm going to my room. Come by later if you want to talk about it.
It's Jean, the receptionist.
Oh, I tell you, Jean, I feel it. Something is wrong.
Perhaps Monsieur Wilkes spends the night with another guest.
No, I have already cleaned Mademoiselle Butan's room, and where else could he have been? The American girl stays with her boss. As for the Lady Howard and Estelle...
Enough, Roxanne! Lock the door and touch nothing. We shall see if Monsieur Wilkes returns.
Oui, Jean.
I got myself in enough trouble already. Excuse me, Roxanne?
Ah, Monsieur Knight. Do you need something?
What's up this morning? I saw you talking to Jean.
Oh, Monsieur, I am very afraid for Mr. Wilkes. This morning his window, it is wide open, and things in his room, they are not right. Usually, I find his nightclothes on the floor, yes? But this morning, there is no sign of them, and his razor and toothbrush, they have not been used. It is as if he never got up this morning. Yet, he is not there.
Gee, that sounds bad. Why don't you let me take a look?
I don't know.
Roxanne, this could be serious. Mr. Wilkes would want us to make sure he's not in any trouble.
I agree. That is why I go to Jean. But he thinks I have the big, imagination.
Personally, I've learned never to underestimate a woman.
Monsieur. All right, I will show you. Follow me. Please, Monsieur Knight. If Monsieur Wilkes returns, do not tell him I let you in, yes?
I won't, thanks. It's wide open, all right. Creepy. It reminds me of my dream. I don't see any signs of forced entry on the window. The springs are a bit overworked, but other than that... Nothing in there but dirty laundry. The sink hasn't been used this morning. Wilkes's stuff is still here. I better close everything in case someone comes in. Have you seen Wilkes yet, John?
Non, monsieur. Have you?
No.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be popping it up any time now.
Get in here. I'm listening.
Well, I really did it this time.
I knew it. You did, didn't you? Did you?
Yeah.
Christ!
Ah, come on. How about some support here?
So what happened anyway? When she left here last night, she didn't want anything to do with you.
Well, it was an accident.
Right. You're the only guy I know who could accidentally end up in bed with the most beautiful woman for 50 miles.
What about Madeline?
What about Madeline? Jeez. You know, you got kind of a reverse rose-colored glasses thing going on. Must be your fear of commitment affecting your optical nerves. Grace is beautiful. She's nice. She's smart. She's funny. You ought to have your head examined. And besides which, I ought to break your neck for hurting her feelings. Did you get a look at her face this morning?
No, knock it off. I feel bad enough. I just don't know how to act. I mean, God, she's like my sister or something.
Oh. Well, I suppose you could try to talk to her about your feelings, get it all out in the open. Nah. I'll tell you what. Just pretend it never happened.
Oh.
Really? Just act like nothing happened. Try it.
Okay. That's a big old Wilkes-size footprint. Oh, shit. I found Wilkes. Poor bastard. Well, I guess that answers the question, what kind of PJs would a man like Wilkes wear? Poor bastard. It's from Wilkes to his publisher. He must have been worried about someone seeing it, so he took it to bed with him. Apparently he was right to be paranoid. They must have pulled him from his room last night, but no one heard a thing. How do they do that? And why Wilkes? They must have pulled him from his room last night. Either the Red Cross had an accident here, or I found Wilkes' missing blood. I'd rather not, thanks. Knee indentations. Just like at the armchair. God. They held Wilkes here while they drained his blood. He wasn't exactly small either. They held Wilkes here while they drained his blood. Well, here's a scene of domestic bliss. Morning, ladies.
Oh, it's you. What are you doing here?
Oh, just passing by. I see you've narrowed down your theory.
Really? Some people haven't the slightest consideration.
It's all right, Lily.
Bother. It is not. Do you mind, Mr. Knight? Estelle and I are on a private enterprise and we don't need any help or supervision from you.
I wasn't offering any.
Very well. Then be gone. Go on. Pish-posh.
It looks like an empty plastic water bottle to me. It's gotta be Estelle's. Lady Howard's lips have probably never touched plastic in her life. You must have a deep desire to humiliate me. Wonder what Emilio's doing here. Hi, Emilio.
Hello, Mr. Knight.
So, what you doing up here?
Just looking for a quiet spot to meditate.
Funny. Most people prefer Tour Magdala or Blanchefort to, meditate.
Do they? This location, too, has its benefits, you know.
He's looking for some peace and quiet. I've never seen a more unsociable tour group in my life. What are you doing?
I was just gonna talk to Grace, but she's in the shower and...
Huh.
So, see ya.
I'll catch up with you later. Oh, Monsieur Mosley.
This place is a fruit bin.
I have nothing to say to you.
Oh, I think you do, Mr. Sinclair.
Perhaps you had better come in. I've learned that you were, in fact, hired by Prince James.
Good.
But that doesn't excuse your prying into my affairs. You've destroyed my cover.
See now, that's the problem with secrets and lies. It's impossible to tell which ones might be relevant until you dig them up and take a good whiff.
That's between you and Prince James. But I can tell you that you're treading on thin ice. This is a delicate situation. You might find yourself in very hot water.
Indeed. I'm getting confused. Am I supposed to watch out for thin ice or hot water?
Very amusing, I'm sure. We'll see how your cavalier attitude serves you with the prince. Now, what is it that you want?
I wanted to talk to you about your bloodline manuscript.
How did you know about that?
I followed you last night and dug it up.
You... what? This is outrageous.
I hope you can appreciate my motivation. I was in the room when Prince James's son was taken. There's very little I wouldn't do to find him.
I can't fathom why an outsider like you was hired in the first place. It's absurd. But now that you've seen my manuscript, I hope you finally comprehend that I am not the kidnapper.
It's not incriminating in that regard, no.
Where is the manuscript? You didn't remove it, did you?
I didn't think it was good for it, being out in that damp ground and all.
You must return it at once.
Yeah, I will. But it's at the hotel at the moment, though.
Mr. Knight, I suggest you bring it back here immediately. Because if anything happens to that manuscript, Prince James will be very displeased.
I will. No problem. Prince James implied that the kidnapping was political. Would the manuscript have anything to do with it?
It could. There are those who take exception to the idea of Prince James being on the throne.
The throne? What throne?
Never mind.
Do you know Montreux, the owner of the local vineyard?
I know of him, of course. It's a small area.
Is he one of yours by any chance?
A Freemason? No. At least he's not Scottish Rite.
Here's what I don't get. Why are you working on the manuscript here? Obviously, you don't need the Templar vibes.
There's usually one of us in the area, just to keep an eye out.
For what? Treasure hunters?
For anything.
But why you?
There is a certain opposition to the manuscript. The work on it was to be done discreetly.
And you figured they'd never suspect you'd work on it here?
Something like that. Of course, you've quite destroyed my anonymity.
The manuscript promotes Prince James as king of what? Scotland?
No, it doesn't promote him as anything per se. It simply lays out the genealogies. He's clearly the best candidate.
Best candidate for what? Are you talking about Scottish independence?
No. In our modern world, Scotland is a very small principality indeed.
England?
The Stuarts have vowed they'd never accept the English throne.
Well, what then?
It's not for me to say.
Well, I could keep asking him stuff, but I have the feeling he wouldn't tell me anything. I have to go.
As you wish.
Bonjour.
Hey. Did you check out the Bloodline manuscript?
Yeah, pretty interesting. Where do you want me to start?
What's the manuscript say about the Bloodline?
The bloodline thing is major. The descendants of Jesus are called Desposini. Their symbol is the unicorn.
Unicorn?
Mm-hmm. Supposedly, the horn represents the male phallic symbol, and the unicorn itself represents the fertile Jesus.
Well, no wonder the Catholic Church had a conniption. But is there any way this bloodline thing could be legit?
Well, there's no reason why Jesus shouldn't have married and had children, unless you believe any kind of sex is a sin. Personally, I don't. And you certainly don't.
That's just the line I feed Catholic girls, but go on.
Uh-huh. And it's the kind of thing the early church might have suppressed, if for no other reason than to make sure the bishops of the church had all the power and not the descendants.
That explains how it might be possible, but it's hardly proof.
True, but if it's all a myth, it's a very old myth. The royal arms of Scotland show a Davidic Lion of Judah, Desposinic unicorn, and the Jewish fleur-de-lis, so they've believed they were Desposini from the Middle Ages at least.
What's the manuscript say about the Freemasons?
The manuscript came right out and said that the original split between the Templars and the Priory of Sion was over the bloodline. The Priory wanted to support certain French families of Merovingian descent, while the Templars supported the emerging Stuart dynasty. I think it's pretty clear that the Freemasons and the Priory are still fighting over the same issue.
Does Sinclair mention the Holy Grail in the manuscript?
The Grail represents the bloodline and a kind of noblesse oblige duty to serve mankind. But also, remember what you heard on the train? You heard the kidnapper say Sangreal.
Yeah?
The manuscript says the words Holy Grail were actually a mistranslation. The original phrase wasn't Sangreal or Holy Grail, but Sang-Real.
Sang-Real? What's that mean?
Blood royal, or royal blood. The Holy Grail is the bloodline, Gabriel. That's what's so creepy.
Wow. I wonder if that's what they were saying on the train. It's royal blood.
That's what I've been wondering.
Kinda brings the whole vampire theory back onto the playing field, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm still not sure I see the connection between Sinclair and Prince James's men.
The manuscript did mention Prince James. It traced the various branches of the bloodline all the way down to the present day. It was obviously making the point that the Stuarts have the largest, purest amount of the blood, and Prince James is mentioned as the current Stuart heir.
Did you get the impression that the manuscript